Right, I thought I'd show you this. It's a true story of the Forget-Me-Not. The true story behind this beloved emblem of the craft in Germany. As early as the year 1934, soon after Hitler's rise to power, it became apparent that Freemasonry was in danger. In the same year, the German Grand Lodge of the Sun in Bayreuth, one of the pre-war German Grand Lodges, realised the imminent problems facing them and elected to wear a little blue flower, the Forget-Me-Not, in lieu of the traditional square and compasses. As a mark of identity for Masons, it was felt the new symbol would not attract attention from the Nazis, who were in the process of confiscating and appropriating Masonic lodges and property. Masonry had gone underground, and it was necessary that the brethren had some readily recognisable means of identification. Throughout the entire Nazi era, a little blue flower in the lapel marked a brother, and in the concentration camps and in the cities, a little blue forget-me-not distinguished the lapels of those who refused to allow the light of Masonry to be extinguished. In 1947, when the Grand Lodge of the Sun was reopened in Bayreuth, bypassed Grand Master, a little blue pen in the shape of a forget-me-not in the shape of a forget-me-not was proposed and adopted as the official emblem of the first annual convention of those who survived the bitter years of semi-darkness, bringing the light of Masonry once again into the temples. At the first annual convent of the United Grand Lodges of Germany, AF and AM, in 1948, the pin was adopted as an official Masonic emblem, honouring those valiant brethren who carried their work on under adverse conditions. At the Grand Masters Conference in the United States, Dr. Theodore Vogel, the Grand Master of the newly formed VGL, VD and AF and AM, presented one of the pins to each of the representatives of the grand jurisdictions with which the VGL, VD, AF and AM enjoyed fraternal relations. Thus did a simple flower blossom forth in a meaningful emblem of the fraternity and became perhaps the most widely worn pin among Freemasons. In Germany, in most of our lodges, the forget-me-not is presented to a new master, which means at which time its history is briefly explained. Got some Barry books, man. I don't know who's named that. I'm not even going to try to say that. Das Werk Smelnacht. Couldn't even try to say that if I tried. Right, so the forget-me-not. And that was way back. Must have been one of the early days. I've got some beautiful books here. Look, the works of Robert Louis Stevenson, Robbie Burns. I think this is a Robbie Burns one, I know. Right, selection of Robbie Burns. So I can do some poems. In my Scottish tongue. That'll be fun for yous. Right, okay. I'm off together now. Post this one up. Bye the new.